Let's go. Unite. Aaron Yee.
What's going on? Happy Friday, everyone. And it's nearing Nirvana. So the guys have decided to take over the show while Laura's on vacation. And Jen and Sarah had other plans for tonight. And then Lucy couldn't make it. So we're the substitute show for tonight.
You get stuck with the D-listers.
I know, right? So, but I mean, I haven't podcasted with Nick in a long time. So, Heartless Lead, if you haven't checked out his content, at least follow him on IG. I know he was posting a lot over at when he was over at San Diego. I was jealous of all the Futurama stuff you were showing. Like,
dude, I have a whole video of we were talking earlier. I have a whole video of that Funimation, whatever it is, like the Hulu thing.
Yeah,
I shot it for my brother because we have press passes. So, dude, press passes is so much cooler, like going behind the scenes and doing all. And they're like, "You want free booze?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want free booze."
It's like, how do you say no to that? Oh, yeah. So Nimesh Patel is saying that we are the comic book men. I think that title's already taken with a different podcast. You know, I mean, Kevin Smith might be involved or something like that.
Listen, I love comics to be a weeb. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. Like when I heard Heartless was on, I was like, I hadn't talked to him in a while, and then like I was texting him right before. I was like, hey, do you need the link? And then we, like, not even 2 minutes, we started talking about anime. So yeah, I mean that's usually how it goes. But I haven't been on a podcast with Joe in like, I don't know, it seems like a week and a half. Was it last Saturday? Was that the last? Were we on?
You're still muted.
No, it was my last one was the Wednesday before last. I got home late last night, so I jumped on with Thorough for about 45 minutes, and that's about it.
So someone asked us. Someone asked me in the chat or whatever. There was a week that we were both on a ton of podcasts, and then they were like, "Are y'all two having a competition to see who can be on the most that week?" And then I was like,
man.
I mean, we don't even have to try because when we end up on the same podcast anyways. So like, yeah. So, because how many shows are we on together? Like, there's Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and now Friday.
Yeah.
How do you guys not get burnt out?
There's
one like once a week, and I get burnt out.
There's like certain days where I was like this past Wednesday, I was supposed to be on like multiple podcasts. But I've been so tired from work, I just literally passed out and didn't wake up until the morning. So there's just like random days where I was like, I'll just sleep.
I use it for therapy. If I see somebody in the chat talking shit, I let them have it, dude, and I just feel so much better. You know?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, y'all were talking about you just getting back some books from Red Hood Pressing, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, he hooked it up. They're downstairs, but it's pretty cool. I did 13 submissions at San Diego because my uncle gave me his collection to go through, and I was like, oh, let me see what we got. The best one, like the cherry that I loved, was I have Peanuts 1. It was like Feature Presents or something from 1952. Looked like it was like a 2-ish, and I was like, let me see if Red Hood can hook it up. I got a 3.0. There's none on sale right now. So it's that weird medium of like, sorry, I got a 3.5. 3.0 is about 7,000 to 8,000. The 4.0 is like 12. So I'm trying to find a happy medium to make some money. But I got
10 grand.
10 grand. Anybody wants it? Just DM me and I'll sell it to you. I'll even drive it to you if you're locally.
All right. So we have a couple questions in the audience. This is I don't even know what to call this. Like a pop-up show. Pop-up show. Would that work for this?
Sure. Why not?
And then Anthony Bird. No one here on this panel right now currently works for Bird City Comics. We're just they just sponsor the show. So if you send them an email, they should be able to respond to your question. I can also I'll write down your name and then pass on the message to the owners. They're currently out of town right now, so that's probably why they haven't responded to your emails if it was within the last couple weeks. So I will send a message to Aunt and Laura about that. So, yeah.
I thought he was talking to me. I was like, what?
I thought he was talking to one of us too, and I was like, kind of like, maybe this is
I got your
broadcasting.
slab, but if I have it, I'm gonna crack it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
So
just playing, bro.
yeah. So we'll send them a message. But that also reminds me, we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. Over at Cover Price, make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for the 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And then and also if you're signed up for the text line, Anthony, you can message the owners directly. So head over to Bird City Comics. There's a number that they post on there that you can sign up for, and then you can actually get direct messages to the owners. So like Ant or Laura will respond to that. So just message that, and then they can respond back.
Yeah, they'll take care of you, bro.
Yeah.
If they don't, hit me up, and then I'll tell them.
Yeah. So there's a couple ways, but I'll also give them a heads up that you're going to send them a message. So, but they're just currently out of town, so that's also why I'm hosting tonight.
What's up, Degenerate? I got your books, bro. They're gonna come out badass. I promise.
Let's see. And then, how do you pronounce that show that we were both talking about? The zombie one.
Oh, Zom 100.
Zom 100. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like the 100 was supposed to be like part of the title, like
like
weird.
Spy Family, where it's Spy X Family, but it's enunciated Spy Family. All right.
Yeah.
So my thing with Zom 100 was it was really, really badass for like the first 5 tankobons or trades, whatever you want to call them.
Mhm.
It got really Walking Dead vibes with Negan. Like there was a Negan type of guy in Volume 4, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. Then they go to a settlement in Volume 5, and I was just like, this is so stupid, and I gave up, and it got too wild. But the anime is great. Did you watch the live action yet? I fell asleep twice trying to watch it. It was so bad.
There's a Zom 100 live action.
Yep. All right. So the issue
Okay.
with most anime live action is they suck. Like I've only seen a couple. Like Rurouni Kenshin was good, Blade of the Immortal was good, but the rest of them, the acting style is like over the top and so dramatic with the Japanese actors that I can't take it seriously. And like the blood and gore, it would have been cooler if they did with like the blues, the greens, all the different stuff they did in the anime, but they didn't do in the live action. But it's really good.
Okay.
Another one that's pretty good is I would also recommend that's new, and I love the manga for it and the light novel because I don't read light novels. It's My Happy Marriage. It's a romance. Well, it's a shonen. Actually, probably a seinen, but it's a romance. But they have powers and like they fight each other, and it's pretty cool. Like if you want to try something new and a little different.
Okay. That's always like why I like to have you on panels and stuff like that. You get us up to date on like the latest like manga news and everything
Cool
that's going
stuff,
on. Yeah, all the weeb stuff, I should say, right?
Well, see, I do it once a week with other people, and I get so bored of it. Like, we're so hungry for topics. Like now, like everybody does. Oh, this is upcoming. For pre-orders. Well, we do that with like manga, and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. But it's nice to interact with a bunch of different people that don't talk about it all the time. So I can be like XYZ and be like, oh, let's go on comics. I'm like, oh, I haven't paid attention to that. Like, I pay attention a little bit to comics, but I'm not like super into it as much anymore. So
yeah, like. So my breakaway from comics is now sports cards. Like, that was just to like kind of like clean the palette, right? Like, because I was getting so like heavy into like the whole speculation side and all that, and I was like I need something different, a change of pace, just to clear my head, so I'm not getting stuck bombarded like with different text or like group text messages, and then like kind of clouding like how I got to that spot, right? So I just needed something different, and then it's kind of nice. It's kind of different. It's a lot.
You get burnt out after a while.
Yeah, it gets like if people think some actions that are done in comics is sleazy, cards.
Oh,
is
I've
like
seen a bunch of the stuff with card breaks and everything else.
It's 100 times
especially
worse.
on some live selling platforms. I don't know if we can talk crap about, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah.
We can talk crap about anybody, bro. That's
I've heard Whatnot's like a complete crap show with people doing what they want and screwing people.
I heard FBI is about to get involved, is what I heard. I don't know how true that is. But
I mean, Logan Paul's got a hand in it. I'm not a seller. I don't care. So, I mean, I never got approved, and screw him.
How'd you never get approved? That doesn't make sense.
I'll tell you after, but I may have went out for drinks and embarrassed myself with people. So that could be part of it.
Gotcha. Degenerate DNA. If Drunken Chat happens tonight, I will try to go for the hat trick, where I'm on Near Nirvana, Hot 10, and Drunken
Jesus.
Chat.
You sleeping tonight?
Probably not. Well, I
What's
mean,
up?
but Drunken Chat's been starting earlier now.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I don't know. It's all like
Because it
shooting
used
by
to be midnight and 10. It's whenever's Mel's available now, right?
So Mel hasn't been on for quite a while too because of his new work schedule. So it's been
Oh, okay.
like Lucas has been holding down the fort. So
He's the man behind the scenes like you are with us. So,
yeah, exactly. So
and what's up, Adam? How you been?
and let's see what else. I think we're all caught up with everyone's up to date on news. So, do you know if I don't know, Adam? I haven't heard anything from Chillin' Screens and Cornbread yet. If Drunken Chat's happening tonight, for sure or not. I'm sure
Just
that's
send
up
him
in
a
there.
DM. He'll answer you.
Yeah, I'm in the group chat, and so I just need to ask. But we're here right now, so we'll live in the moment. And did anyone catch Blue Beetle?
No, no interest.
No interest. I actually watched it, and like I had really low expectations. Like I didn't even see Flash. I'm waiting for Max to see that, just because I've heard so many mixed reviews on it. And then
I wouldn't give him money because of Ezra.
yeah, that too.
They them.
Yeah, whatever that situation is going on.
I thought Supergirl was awesome.
Yeah, I keep on hearing that, and then I did enjoy watching Cobra Kai, and the kid that trains with Ralph Macchio is in Blue Beetle. Like he's Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
So the pacing of the movie was really good. There's not a lot of like drawn out scenes. Like the movie's only an hour and a half. Like it was
man.
I thought it was good, decent. Like really, not like it was good for a DC film. Like I would definitely give it a solid, like on the CGC scale, I would definitely give it a solid 7.5.
See, DC's been really bad. There hasn't been a lot of DC movies. Like the only ones I enjoyed was the Snyder Cut, but they took what, like 7 years to get. Wonder Woman was really good, and there was one other one I didn't hate, but the rest of them have just been trash. Like DC just they can't keep their crap together. I didn't even enjoy the new Batman. I thought it was pretty bad.
You know what? I cannot wait for Aquaman Part 2. Man,
Are you serious?
You just don't know. You're not ready, bro. Oh man.
Okay, funny story with Aquaman. I saw what did it come out 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right before the pandemic. I fell asleep on the plane going to San Diego. Fell asleep coming back trying to watch it, and I couldn't take it seriously. Like I like Momoa, he's awesome, but it was just too campy and funny for me.
So would you say it pooped the bed?
It wasn't as bad as Wonder Woman 2. Wonder Woman 2 was horrible. Like
God.
that was unwatchable.
I was just trying to make an Amber Heard
You
joke,
remember when
but...
they released Wonder Woman 2? They released it on Thanksgiving, bro.
Yep, I watched it and I passed out.
I ate my food and I got sick watching that movie, man. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Well, see, that's a weird thing. The first Wonder Woman was amazing. Like I loved it. I really dug it. Besides Gal Gadot being super hot, but I mean, like she couldn't even save like the plot. It was just DC doesn't know what they're doing anymore. They don't care.
I'm interested to see what James Gunn does with it in that sandbox and stuff like that.
I'll say I liked Suicide Squad and Peacemaker's hilarious. Like I was very skeptical. My brother's like, "Yo, you gotta try it. It's right up your alley." I'm like, "Yeah, what? It's gonna be stupid." I'm like, "Wow, it's as good as The Boys with the level of just like how adult and funny it is."
Yeah.
Like I can't wait for the new Peacemaker, man. That shit is funny, man.
Yeah.
But what painting do you have next to you, Yee? What is that? Something's killing children? Yeah.
Yeah. So Heartless might remember this piece when when we were doing Drunken Chat a lot, I knew he was big into OA. And I was like, yo, I have a chance to buy. I was like, I have a chance to buy a
Momoko, right?
A Momoko original art. And I was like, and it's a Something Is Killing the Children cover. So I think it's like issue 14 or something like that, or maybe 12. Yeah, 14. And this is a what store is it? It's a Scott's Collectibles uh store exclusive. And then I was like, I can literally buy the OA piece for this right now. Like, I was like, that's kind of crazy, like just a cover. And I was like, and I hit up Nick, and I was like, yo, do you think I should buy this?
You got
And
a
he's
good deal on it too. Like that was
yeah,
a lot cheaper than I thought. I was like, do it because you can always
yeah,
flip it later if you want to.
exactly. I mean, like, but honestly, like, I kind of enjoy having it. It's a nice piece, like just seeing the watercolors in person and stuff like that. It like really pops, and then yeah.
I think that piece is pretty good because she's 50-50 for me. Either it's gorgeous and amazing or it's wonky and looks like just like trash. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's to me, it's like one of her on the better side of the fence pieces. Because everything else that's like amazing is going to be like way too expensive.
Oh yeah,
Or you had to
know
buy
how
in
much-
early.
I have so much original art and like pages. They're all in a hallway. Like I don't got room for them. Like my room's just full of like different stuff. But like I'm at the point now where like selling my comics, selling this and that. I plan on buying a house in the next year or so. So it's like till then, I don't care. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to start trimming down on like a lot of my like action figures, pop figures, and like probably statues at some point in time.
Oh, dude, I bought the one gut statue from Berserk, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, I have no room for all these. Like, they're huge.
Well, I mean, like I've been over to Tribal by God's house, and like he has like some of those Hasbro Lab pieces and stuff like that. Like
Those are crazy.
like
Does he get the giant oh my god, I can't think of the name. Sentinel.
Does he have the Sentinel?
Sentinel was
think
cool
so.
looking.
No, I don't think. No, but he has Jabba's ship from Return of the Jedi.
Awesome. His
Yeah.
The
sail barge. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick.
He has the Galactus piece.
Nice.
What else? What else does he have, Joe? Because you stayed over.
He's got the aircraft carrier, the G.I.
Oh,
Joe aircraft carrier.
Yeah, he's a huge
That-
G.I. Joe fan.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's got a Han Solo frozen in carbonite coffee table.
I was gonna
Coffee
say the coffee table.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that piece is
Just like
sick.
that. He's got a gonk droid, like
Yep.
legit that works.
That's
He's like,
cool.
Gonk, gonk.
He's got a
yeah.
Boba Fett cosplay piece too. Like
Oh,
I think he's only missing a couple of pieces to complete it. Like
You know what I've always wanted? Have you guys seen that Wampa throw rug they have? That looks awesome.
yes, I have. I almost
Mm.
bought one of those.
My dogs would destroy it, so I can't get it one. But I think
Yeah,
it'd be sick.
my dogs would destroy it too. But I do have the throw rug where it's the Han Solo frozen in carbonite.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I got to show y'all what I picked up. Hold on.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I'm excited to see what he picked up.
He's just gonna be like, "Wow, here we go." Now, here's my question for you, Aaron. Like, have you noticed? Like, I cut out a lot of spending just because, like, buying manga, I buy anywhere from 10 to like 50 a month.
Mhm.
And dude, not buying stuff, I'm just like paying down bills, and I'm like, I don't need any of this crap in my life anymore. Like, it's kind of freeing.
Yeah. So I'm on a more selling time period more right now than buying. And
I want to get in on that.
Yeah.
Because like you realize all your investments and you're slowly stacking them up. You're like, I got a shit ton of money now. Like, but you don't want to buy anything. You're like, nah, I just want to keep on like growing my fucking wealth.
Well,
Sorry, I
yeah.
forgot about swearing. Sorry.
it's not that bad because we're like way past that time period. So what is it for me? Like once I picked up like certain grails, like the thrill of collecting like kind of like dies down for me, right? Like I traded this for this book. I mean, like the Jihan Lee Ghost Spider 1 in 100. Like I finally got one of those in a 9.8.
Nice.
And I have my X-Men 1. So like I have
Which
like
X-Men one? Like
the 63.
damn.
Yeah, so I mean I have like like I already have 2 of my major grails already, and so I'm just like kind of like, okay, where do I go from here? There's only like I only have like one more book on my like grail list, and it's a pre-code horror book, which I'm probably not going to get anytime soon. Nor do I want to pay the bill for that book. It's a Chambers of Chills 19.
I was gonna say it's the Chamber of Chills, but yeah.
Yeah.
What killed me was when I found the Marvel 1000 D23, and like I got it, and then I sold it. I was just like, what else am I gonna chase? Like I'm buying original art. Like these 1 of 100s, there's like 2,000-3,000 of them. Like I want 1 of 1, but 1 of 30 was really cool. And then the guy got a grade and got 9.8. I'm like, damn, I left a lot of money on the table with that one. But still, it was just cool to like find crazy stuff no one else has. I just love the thrill in the chase, and then be like, all right, cool, I'm out.
Yeah.
You guys want to see what I got?
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm gonna put you on the big screen too.
No, I'm just playing. So I picked up a 65 back unpunched.
That's sick.
And it's fucking rare. Like with the Emperor giveaway, it's like card number C, card C.
Oh wow!
Right? Return of the Jedi. Like here's the
I was gonna say
the regular one, but then that's the transition. It transitioned to that. That's what the Jedi was, but the 65 back. This is 77 back.
Oh wow!
So the 65 back unpunched, like that's pretty rare. And there's one going for like I had taken a picture of it. I think it was like 3 or 4 grand.
That's crazy.
And then are those graded?
No, I'm gonna send them off.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if those were the boxes.
I've got the Boba Fett 77 back that I always been saying that I'm gonna send it in, and I haven't. And I got a super high grade remote control R2D2 and X-wing still in box and everything. I always say I'm going to send them in, but the Vader for sure I'm going to send in. There's no doubt.
Do you have the rocket firing Boba Fett?
No, I've just got the regular Boba Fett. I've got the mock, the fake one, and
don't people like? Aren't there the ones that actually fire the rocket? Aren't there only like 5 known in existence or something like that?
I think there's a little more than that. They uncovered a couple more. I think there's about 10.
There's 10 now. I mean, that's still not a whole
But
bunch.
you want to know what's funny? Like I got for Christmas the Colonial Viper, from the Battlestar Galactica that shot the little rocket, and evidently some kid had to like deep throat that thing and fire the rocket into his throat and kill himself, and so now we ain't got no Boba Fett, like
oh, is that why it was canceled? Or
yeah, some kid, I'm gonna deep throat this shit and I'm gonna fire the rocket down my throat.
But you know what?
And now nobody can have a rocket firing Boba Fett.
It's not the parents' fault for being bad parents, not paying their attention, and it's not God sorting out the people that shouldn't be alive anyways, but we have to suffer for it.
Yeah, because the kid deep throated a Colonial Viper. Hey Tommy, look what I can do. Just like your mom. No, Tommy.
The girls are never gonna let us like take over a Friday night again, so I can probably guarantee that. But let's see. I think Lucy prepared a couple of news slides for us.
News.
Yeah. Do we have an intro video? I don't think we have an intro video for this, but okay. We're gonna keep it going.
It's nerd news with Aaron Yee.
So DC fans show support for Grant Gustin appearing as the Flash in the Batman 2. Is that the actor from the TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm for that. He should have been the Flash in the first place.
Yeah.
Like for Justice League.
I said that a long time ago. Like
I don't
till I was
with
blue in the face.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing is the connectivity and or continuity. with TV and movies, and Marvel kind of did it with Agents of Shield briefly, and
Yeah, where
and
you're supposed to watch those certain
yeah,
seasons in between
and just
movies.
have one big brand, of just of TV and movie, but like I I guess Ezra, like everybody voted on that, I guess, and Ezra beat out this guy. I don't know what if there was a poll or
I
but
mean, it's probably some like Hollywood decision
yeah.
kind of situation where it's like kind of like who's more marketable or whatever, or what's the availability for shooting, right?
I don't know if Ezra got in trouble in the middle of shooting or before shooting started, but
I've been muted. Sorry, guys. I was talking. I'm like, why is no one hearing me?
I thought I saw your lips moving. I was like, is he talking? Doesn't know he's muted.
Oh, I said Ezra's probably a diversity hire, and like he's only got like what 14, 15 charges. He's a stand-up guy, he's a cult leader, like drugs, weapons, assaulting women. But the best one was when he was talking to the cop. He's like, "You can't touch me! You can't touch me! I need a woman to touch me!" You're like, you're a
yeah.
freak. And grooming children. Just he's a stand-up guy. Like they should keep him around more. That's I'm
Yeah,
sure why
better
Flash
than
didn't
Wander
bomb.
Franco.
Oh, James DeFranco.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't make me pull out all my Wander Franco cards and like they were.
Oh, that guy! I saw that. The 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, I just wiped my tears with those cards. So, I mean, I should have sold them a while ago, anyways. But that's just.
I'm glad I didn't have like a major rookie of that guy, man. I'd have been pissed.
I mean, I think the best card I have is probably like a out of 75 Wander Franco, Inception card.
That reminds me of like, remember when we were still podcasting and Sean ended up, I forget who the guy was, and it was a 101. He's just like, he's garbage. I forget who the football player was, but it was hilarious.
Was it that Raiders quarterback or whatever?
Yeah.
I forgot his name. The one that's in jail for.
Yeah. Okay, why are these people like they get millions and millions of dollar contracts, and all they got to do is not screw up for like a couple? I'm trying to not swear. Like they just don't have to screw up for like 4 or 5 years, make your money, and then go do all the wild shit you want to do, and no one will care.
Yeah,
but they shoot
don't
themselves in the foot.
That, man.
Well, it's because like when you're young and you're training for all that stuff, those times where you're supposed to screw up, they don't. And then like once they get that first touch of money, then they like, and then they have like no one like watching over them really. Then that's when they screw up, right? That would be my assumption. But I mean, Cosmic One could be onto something too. Head injuries, yeah. I mean, especially with football players, yeah, because like
true. I mean, like you look at OJ, bro.
True.
Right. I mean CTE make you cut people's heads off, bro.
I mean, but he's the best.
It doesn't fit.
But he's the best-selling writer now too. If I did do it.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't. But if I were to do it, here's all the gruesome details.
And it's like police reports. This kind of matches up.
I once heard OJ's trial lawyers were so good. It had OJ going, well, shit, maybe I didn't do it.
I mean, South Park used that lawyer in a joke all the time too, right? With the Chewbacca defense.
Oh yeah. Look at the wiki. Look at the wiki.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think Eric's got he's pretty right. Like he's got enablers and all yes men around him. Like these people don't live in reality. Like, should I do this? Oh yeah, it's totally awesome. You're like, well, I just slept with a 14-year-old and crashed my Lambo. Like it's okay, we'll fix it. Don't worry about it. You're like, you guys are crazy.
Jamarcus.
Oh yeah, Jamarcus Russell.
There you go.
My dad's a television repairman. I can fix it. He's got a meat set of tools.
Yeah. I mean, the player I invested heavily into was John Morant, and then he went all like super gangster on everyone, where he was at after they lost to the Nuggets, he went to a strip club, and then he flashed a gun on social media, and then during the off season, he was in a car with friends or whatever, like listening to whatever music, and then flashed a gun on there too. So like,
So was he canceled? Because I have some cards from him,
So-
like for rookies. I'm assuming they ain't worth shit now.
he's suspended for 25 games when the season starts. So I mean, he'll miss half the season, but we'll see like if he'll be able to bounce back from that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
because he'll
issue.
come in out of shape and then get hurt and miss another 50 games. You know,
Like, they gotta-
But he's not Zion.
what
Oh,
happened to
man.
Zion? Is he done too? Because like I still got like the 25 rookies.
So he gained a ton of weight like after during pandemic,
Yeah.
and then he was out of shape to play. And then when he did start playing again, it started looking promising for him again. But then he got injured or something like that.
So he's done.
He's coming back, I think, next season too, isn't he?
And then he had some shit with a porn star.
Oh
where
yeah. Where he's
she
like
was
running,
going to release video of him or something.
and then like supposedly he's like running trap houses or something like that.
Okay, what is the point of like still doing all this hood rat shit when you're a fucking millionaire? Like,
It's
just
the people you surround
legitimize.
yourself around.
Dude,
It's
come
just
get
like
the
Michael
fuck out.
Vick with the dogfighting shit, dude. Like Michael Vick was the face of the NFL. Like,
You're getting paid now, so you have a backup capital to
yeah, it's like
fund
they
all
don't
your
know how
projects.
to take themselves out of the streets, man. You know, because of their entourage.
Well,
You
who's
know,
the
their
Patriot dude?
family.
That fucking Hernandez? Yeah, I remember. Like, that's so stupid too. Like, I murdered someone. You're like, how fucking dumb can you be?
Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, dude. God, what a waste, man. He was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome tight end, dude. Just a lot of talent and just
I'm sure he's a tight end in prison too.
All right.
No, man, he's dead now.
I know. I said I'm sure he was. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
tight end. You know, like because came out whatever. Anyways.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways.
So in the box office news, Blue Beetle stumbles with 25 million debut, ends Barbie's 4-week streak.
Yo, I liked Barbie. It was funny.
I
Barbie,
haven't seen it yet.
All right, so my friend asked me, she's like, "You want to go see Barbie?" I'm like, "Not really," but we went out, had dinner, had drinks, went to go see it, and then like it opens up with, "Do you ever think about death?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I love this movie!" And like Margot Robbie's a little bit unhinged in it, and it's hilarious. Like it's not the girly like, "Oh my god, Barbie." It's like this is kind of funny and like satirical.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how they always said the movie was going to be anyways, that it wasn't going to be what you think the Barbie movie would be like or whatever. So that doesn't surprise me at all. My brother saw it I think he saw it like 3 times now at this point in theaters. So I know it's on my list of movies to see. I don't know necessarily if I'm going to rush to the movie theater to see it.
Sunday, $4.
Yeah, we're building up to that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it.
No, it's cool. But I did like Blue Beetle. It has really good pacing to it. It doesn't drag along, like a lot of recent superhero movies. So it kind of like it keeps on stringing along, and then and it to me, I thought it did play a lot of respect to the Hispanic culture. So, and then it definitely does have the like I don't want to say inside jokes, but like cultural jokes, kind of like if you ever saw the Book of Mormon.
Yep.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how there's a lot of Mormon jokes within it that only mainly Mormons like laugh hysterically during it, or unless you're familiar with the religion, that like you kind of laugh along to with it. It's kind of like that. Like if you watch certain what are those dramas that
K-dramas?
the
Telenuevo, whatever.
Yeah, the wave. Yeah. So,
honestly, I was gonna go check it out, but I heard that it didn't fare well at the box office, and I go, well, if I go, it's really not going to change anything. So
Nope.
I'm not.
Just wait until it's on Max in like a month.
It's like when people ask me if I vote, and if I tell them no, they go, well, your vote counts. And
No,
I
it
go,
doesn't.
has there ever been anybody that's lost by one vote?
In local elections, probably.
Locally,
was-
yes, but for
I-
presidential, it's
Yeah,
It-
presidential.
Presidential, it doesn't matter because it's it's the electoral college.
correct.
Yeah,
and it's
and
not
plus
it's not
it's
it's not a
rigged.
popular vote. So
Yeah, it's all rigged anyway. So
Yeah.
well, it's all gerrymandered, so they're gonna
Mhm.
certain districts anyways. But
yeah,
I
that's what I'm
was
saying. Your vote counts. Well,
your
like
vote
nobody
counts
lost
in,
by one vote.
I mean, there might be like certain bills and stuff like that you're voting on that could affect you in the future.
Yeah, nah.
But I would say local elections count more than presidential elections.
I used to always vote, and now I'm just like, I don't even care. If I make it, I make it. If not,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I would say I'm super apolitical now. So
I'm apolitical. I don't give any shits. Like I was talking to a girl that I met online, and we were just talking about everything. And she's like, "Well, how do you feel about this?" And I'm like, "I don't give any shits about politics, religion. Do your own thing, as long as you're happy." And she's like, "Wow." I'm like, she's the same way. But most people are like, "You're not Democrat or Republican." I'm like, I don't give two fucks either way. Like,
Yeah, man.
do
Yeah.
your own thing. Like, if it works for me, like if you're helping me in my wallet or a thing that I want to see happen, cool. If not, fuck out of here. And you're gonna lie to me anyway. So what's the point? Who cares?
Yeah. I'll
Mhm.
just respond. I used to be in a punk band. What do you think my political background is? So-
Communist.
It was actually socialist anarchist, but I'm not here to discuss that.
I got a funny story for you. So when I was 18, I thought I'm probably on a watchdog list. I thought it was funny to register as a communist. And then I was like that for 2 years. And I'm like, I better just switch to independent, but it was hilarious.
So I showed up to a handful of protests and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure my pictures are somewhere with Homeland Security at some point in time.
Well, you don't have your own FBI agent, so you're good, dude. Just all your shit's tapped.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, it doesn't. I
When-
get
when
this-
When I was a kid, I remember watching Nostradamus, the Man Who Saw Tomorrow. You guys remember that documentary?
I've
So
seen a
in
couple not dramas things.
in that documentary, it talks about some guys in the bushes shooting Kennedy, right? And instead of the lone gunman theory or whatever. And man, for a time there, I thought I was going to solve the crime of the century, man. But the Kennedy assassination, I got over like 32 books on the assassination, but yeah, man, the CIA did it. If anybody wants to, long story short, CIA did it.
Well, see, the thing with Nostradamus for me is like it's entertaining and interesting, but it's so vague. It's like reading a horoscope going, well, yeah, that could be, but it may not be either. And I gotta say, this is so off for nearing Nirvana. Like, it's funny to me. I'm having a good time.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I'm
this is
just
the
used to
thing. When you
fan.
fill in, you ever like when you fill in, like there's
You roll
like,
with it.
yeah, you
everybody
roll
else.
with it, man. I'm surprised fucking Barbie did as well as it did. Like, and anybody that tell you, oh, I knew it was going to do good. Maybe they're saying that because of Ryan Gosling, and anytime he's in a movie like this, it does extremely well, and girls all flock to go see Ryan Gosling.
He's
But,
man ready. I'll admit it.
But I just it floors me the people like have Barbie parties and stuff like that at these.
Well, how many people at San Diego were
Did
dressed
you
up
see
like
my
Barbie?
video where there was like
I-
14 of them? I had okay, so it's so funny. Like I was buzzed because, like I said, we got a bunch of free booze from like doing things with my brother, and then we got on the what's the Voodoo Ranger ship, and they gave me free booze, and he gave me free booze, and he's like, "Oh, gotta go film a couple interviews." So I'm buzzing around. I go outside for a quick smoke, and there was like 15 Barbies outside. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" But it was hilarious. And dude, there was like I probably saw 100 different Barbies at San Diego.
That's
So
crazy.
could you just go around going, "Hi, Barbie," and then like they would all respond?
Yeah, you could, but that's
Nice.
not. I'm not about that life. I don't need a Barbie.
And Mario, like I knew Mario was gonna like do extremely well.
Mario was awesome. I
So-
loved it.
I didn't
I-
know Barbie.
I was-
yeah,
For Mario, I was gonna be like half and half on it because of what was it? People not liking Chris Pratt's voice as Mario because everyone's so used to the video game voice, right?
Charles Martinet, which he actually just retired. So people are speculating on like, is Chris Pratt going to be the voice now with Super Mario Wonder that's coming out later on this year?
Oh, that'd be dope.
I don't hate Chris Pratt. I don't love him. It just He feels like that filling guy for, like certain companies like what's his name? Tom Holland for Sony. Like they're just like, let's slot him in all these things.
Oh, where he's more of like a B or C actor or something like that.
No, it's just like he's that face of like he's so generic now. I think after you hit a certain status of like movies, like you're the same character over and over and over again. And once he got jacked, people were like, oh, he's cool. Before that, no one cared about him,
Yeah.
And Star-Lord, I think, made him. And I mean, he's a good dude, but like, I don't know.
Well, how about Barbie like influencing to start a bunch of other movies that are like Mattel?
Oh, they're gonna do like
properties?
14 other friggin' Barbies. And then like, have you heard some of the games and like different toys? Like, that's another funny thing. Most toy companies don't want to make toys anymore. Like Hasbro just wants to do video games. They don't give a shit about their cards. They don't give a shit about the toys. Like, because their CEO comes from Microsoft and a couple other things. Like, they just want to do video games.
Oh, yeah, because they're probably seeing the trends that like most
don't
kids
play with
are
toys.
toys.
It's adults.
Like it's the adults, the kids or the adults raising them that are buying the toys for themselves, right?
Yeah, the kids have the iPad.
Yeah, and kids are more interested in playing video games of whatever game, whether it be like Fortnite, Roblox, whatever you have.
Then how come so much toys sell? Like
because their parents are buying it for themselves.
Christmas time, yeah, for the kids, but I mean, like the kids in my family, I have no kids, but all the younger kids, they don't care about toys or action figures. They're like, can you buy me Roblox? Can you buy me V-Bucks? Can you? It's like, go outside. Kids don't go outside anymore either.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at ThinkGeek for a while, and it was like more grown-ups buying that stuff than it was kids. Like,
well, do you know how much a goddamn action figure is now? Like what is this?
20,
Anywhere from $20 to $35.
Yeah, depending on the brand or whatever. Yeah, but yeah,
and they're low quality too, right? They're not like anything that's detailed. It's like $50 or more now.
I would counter argue like you would have like like the Star Wars Black Series figures or the Marvel Legends stuff. Those are like more 3D printed than what we would have as kids.
So they don't really sculpt anymore, or?
Yeah, I don't think they sculpt anymore. I think they're like more 3D printed and then mass produced.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure like some of the prototyping figures and stuff like that would be sculpted.
And they just scan it and then they just print it up with 3D printer because it's easier than injecting a mold or whatever.
Yeah. It's probably cheaper for them. It's probably cheaper for them too because of the technology that's out there now.
But for me, it's like I'm really into like designer vinyl toys, and like I think it's cool like that someone spent the time to make it, and just it's different.
Oh, we're being told that you three should start your own Sunday show called Random Fan.
I'm always down until I get bored of it.
Hey, degenerate! I think we're gonna get a shitload of 9/8s on your submission, man. He had a lot of badass Gambit books and stuff like that, newsstands and.
Isn't Gambit popping off now too with Tatum?
Well, there's some that we're probably gonna eventually at some point in time talk about on what is it called? Long story short, because I'm sure he has some ghost books in there too as well.
I used to love chasing like ghost books or like error recalled variants. That was a fun for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I still collect error recalled variants. Like
Me too.
My store right now, they still have like a stack of World Tree #1 variants, and they finally put them on their wall, and they're selling them at $10 a piece. I bought like 3 just to have, and then I want to go back and talk to the owner to see if he'll sell me the rest of the pile that he has for a better price.
So, hey, what do you think about that Spawn 306, man? See that video?
Is that the video? The guy that had like 300 of them was selling like $10 a pop or something, or?
Well, he was starting them off at 99 cents.
Yeah, but so that book was like what at one point in time reaching thousands of dollars.
Really?
3,500.
Well, because supposedly there was only like 50 to 100 in existence because of a another or no because it was for a NetherRealms event, gaming event, but it happened during pandemic. And so only the participants could show up to this event plus their +1. And so the participants and their +1 probably got a copy. And then what happened? All the extra copies ended up at NetherRealms.
But we know, to be honest, print runs, like depending on the company, they're a minimum of 100 to like 3,000, and like it's bullshit. But no one talks about it. Yeah, unless you see someone actually destroying them, they're sitting on them and they slowly just leak them out 1 or 2 at a time if they're smart, you know?
Well, this guy that has like several hundred copies ended up like every time one
Tanking the
sells,
market.
he's taking his own market basically.
So
Dumb.
what happened? Like F and Rad reached out to me and shared a picture with me, and I go, "Hey man, can I share this?" And so I made a TikTok, and people were coming after me, man, like and saying, "Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
bullshit."
Before we get into this, we'll just cover this last slide. So, National Cinema Day is this Sunday. Major theater chains are offering $4 tickets. So, if you haven't seen Barbie, Oppenheimer, or if you want to check out Blue Beetle, $4. All right. Back to our
No,
reading discussion.
people were coming after me, and I was like, "Hey man, like this,"
So,
because he
so,
told me no. F and Rad
so,
told me he
so,
goes.
so
F and
that's why
Rad,
you have.
hold on. F and Rad told me he goes. I know a dealer that has like 200 of these. And I was like, he's got 200. He goes, yep, he's got
Be right back.
200 of them. And so, uh, you saw how people were talking shit to me, and then look at this video, and that was the dealer that had them.
So that's why you haven't been on the podcast for the last couple weeks. You've been hiding out.
Nah, man, nah.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Hell no, man. I embrace it. I embrace when people get mad. Come on, bring it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of his own fault, anyways, because like if you didn't notice, someone else would have noticed eventually. I mean, he's still getting like $400 a pop for each of those books or whatever raw.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
think about the guy that spent 3,500, 2,000, 2,500. Like, bro, I'd be pissed.
I mean, most Spawn collectors are pretty rabid, anyways, about having like.
Yeah, I get it, dude, but like, I would be upset, man, because all of these guys, they all like knew how much they got.
Yeah.
It was at the same place. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Okay, hey, you sell one, I sell one. Then you sell one, I sell one. All right, deal. And then somebody just went rogue and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna sell them all. Fuck it."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to think of that. Like, it's kind of scummy and stuff like that.
It is, dude.
But I mean, like, I don't think it's anything that anyone can control or regulate, right? Like, the only way that we can control and regulate that is by voting with our dollars.
I think that, YouTubers that like validated and said, yeah, this is rare. It's super rare because I heard it was rare, and pump that, even though we didn't legitimately have all the facts. I would say before any YouTuber like validates a print count or whatever, like I would stay so far away from that and say, yeah, it was low printed, unless I knew for sure.
Yeah.
I would say there's got to be a variant that's 10 years old, that's not that many on the census, and randomly someone's not going to come out, hey, I got 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
But I get that there's a lot of Spawn collectors. Like I totally get it, and I get that people say, well, I want that 306 just to have it. Well, that's good, but don't spend 2,000 for it. It's going to be $100 book.
Do you think it's really going to drop that? Do you think it's going to drop that low?
That's going to tank the
there's
shit out of
somebody
it,
else
dude.
that has about 200-300 copies.
Oh, so there's probably like 1,000 of those floating out.
Hell yeah, you haven't even seen, man. There's going to be more copies coming out, man.
And then you got to also remember, like, besides the X amount of print run they got to do, they have artist comps and, like printer, like preview comps. So that's probably an extra 40 or 50 on top of that. That's why I got out of comics, like, because I love chasing variants. And I'm like, this is stupid. Now I know why all the people that have been doing it, that the OGs, they just want silver, vintage, or pre-code horror because there's no extras. Like, every once in a while, you'll find, like, someone's got a cachet of, like, bunch of, like, X-Men 1s or some shit, like,
Well,
most of the time,
do you remember when someone found that warehouse find?
yeah, I can't think of what was it.
Fantastic Four 48.
Or and also Deadpool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
New Mutants 98.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like when someone had that warehouse find of the FF48, like you could see the census count jump like crazy for the higher grades.
Oh yeah.
Because like
Can
those
I
have
just-
just been yeah.
Sorry, Load of Brooklyn. All right. You can't see it. Hold on. That's all 13 Berserks. I got 41. Got the tattoo. Actually, tomorrow I'm gonna finish the rest of the sleeve. That's why my arm's all nice and shaved.
Nice.
But yeah, I love Berserk. The current arc's really good. After Mura passed away, the art's a little different. I think it's not as grainy, but it's still stylized, and the story's really good. Like, I don't want to spoil it for people, but they fix a lot of the issues and then go, "Did you like that? Oh no, it's Berserk. Fuck you. We're taking it away from you." And it's like, what's gonna go on? My only issue with Berserk is it's coming out like every other month or every 2 to 3 months, but still, it's a good story, and they're finally gonna wrap it up. So I'm content with it.
Hey, is that IKEA behind you, Heartless?
Oh, of course it is. I also
Yeah,
modded them
man.
bitches out. Yeah, you got them too. What
Yeah.
the worst part is I got a little clicker for him. Like, I had to drill holes. The lights cost as much as the bookshelves, or friggin' more.
Can you see that? I got that same bookshelf back
Yeah,
over there
they're
on that
nice.
other end.
Well, the problem is, like, IKEA is not bad. It's cheap. It's good enough. But, like, I ran out of space in my room. But when I end up, getting a house eventually, I'm either going to build them or just get something. Because, like, IKEA is nice and easy. But, like, I have furniture downstairs from IKEA. It's cheap and shitty. Like, it'll give you the 2 or 3 years and then just starts falling apart because it's crap.
I mean, it's like IKEA. Like, I got an IKEA here, and then there, and then more IKEA down that way. But it's held
Like
up
the
pretty good in
tables.
this cave. You know?
I do
The tables
I,
are trash.
I do
Oh,
the
they
cheap
are?
Asian. I do the cheap
Yeah.
Asian thing, and anytime family's starting out furniture, I just grab it, so none of the stuff matches. So like that's why I have this like random like bookshelf here.
It's
And
an
then-
artistic flair, sir. It's
I
okay.
have
White people do it too. White people.
I
do
have
it
my
too, man. It's
grandma's
everybody.
coffee table, and it's not even a coffee table now because the legs broke, and so now it's my record player stand. So like my record player's on top of the coffee table, and instead of legs, it sits on top of the speakers.
Nah, man,
So-
you need to get them milk crates. You got to rock milk crates.
I have that to store the vinyl.
Well, that makes sense, but I mean, like, nah, you just set your shit up. You got your air mattress. You got your TV on milk crates.
See,
you're
I
all
have a
set to
real
go.
mattress. I don't have it.
Bachelor pad.
Yeah.
I got a
I-
headboard with like little drawers behind it that you can go like this, so it's pretty cool.
I don't like my headboard that I have. Like my pillows always sink into them.
I'm weird. I only sleep with one pillow. Like, I don't get how people are like, I need 12 of them. Like memory foam, I'm set to
Yeah.
go.
I always feel more comfortable with 2 pillows.
I can't
Damn.
do it, man. I
I
need
can't,
one.
yeah.
I need to be like sometimes like I'll sleep without a pillow, man. I'll just
I have to have that slight elevation. Like one pillow is not enough for me, unless it's like one of those super thick, like foamy pillows, I guess. But
What
yeah.
I hate is like you go to a girl's house and they got like fucking 9 pillows on their bed, and you're like, you live alone, right? Yeah. You're like, why do you have 9 pillows? Like, do you just like spread out and like just swim in them? That's crazy.
and then
Yeah.
how many squishmallows?
Oh, dude, I'm too old for that shit. Like, I'm looking in for 35 plus. I don't need a little girl, you know?
I mean, I know plenty of like 25
I know,
to
I'm
30-year-old
kidding.
girls that have
I
like
know.
way more squishmallows than anyone ever needs.
But they'll judge you and be like, you like comics and toys? What are you, a child? You're like, hello? Like, you can have squishmallows? What the fuck?
yeah, it's like you
Yeah,
play
dude.
as just as many video games as I do, so we're not here to judge each other right now.
man, I haven't even had time to play video games,
Right?
man. I
Oh,
miss
God.
playing. I used to play Madden all the time, man.
Man, I really want to play the Texas
Ooh.
Chainsaw Massacre game.
I just picked up Final Fantasy 16 2-3 weeks ago. I played 4 hours. Like, I just don't have time. And then I got into physical collections for like Switch and PlayStation 4 and 5. Got like 140 games that I'm probably never gonna play. Also
Hmm.
got a Steam Deck. I think I've used that 4 times. Like,
Oh, you actually
Just
got
don't-
one of those?
yeah, I
Wow.
got the massive one, and then I modded it out. I changed the shell so it's a clear shell, like the Game Boy Color that was like atomic
Yeah,
purple.
yes, yep,
Shit looks sick.
nice. Yeah, because I saw on your IG the your whole gaming setup. And I was like,
Yeah. Well, I've been redoing it because we redid the back room, and then we put up the drywall and everything. We painted it, and I don't know if you just saw it, but like I started putting up art again. But then I ran out of time because I had to drill holes, and then I had to set up all my amiibos, and I'm like, this is too much bullshit. I'll do it later.
oh wow, the spawn raws are now going for 120 to $200.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Yeah. Well, do you
Oh,
think it gets to
oh,
a
dude.
point? Do you think it gets to a point where it does dry up, and then people like it'll see like a slight increase back up, not to the prices that we were seeing before, but just like to like when people first started flooding it to market, like to that like $300, $400
man.
period.
No, I think it'll float probably around like $250. But if you're smart, you'd swoop in, buy them all up, make a video or live where you just light them on fire, because I like destroying things and freaking people out. But then that just makes the market smaller, so that way you only have like 20 of them, and you've destroyed all the other ones. So now you've just
So-
increased your profits.
So when I started slowing down a lot on Whatnot, like where I wasn't getting as many views or anything like that, I had a save a comic show where I was telling people I was going to shred the comics or whatever if they didn't sell. So,
But you know me, like I do it on manga podcast now too. But like what I ate,
oh yeah, I've seen you like eat a couple.
yeah, I've
mangas.
ate like Attack on Titan and shit. I ate
mean,
that first
but-
appearance of Iron Fist that I gave away.
You took that bite out of like that D23 book, like
Yep.
on Drunken Chat.
Dude,
What-
I lit a whole manga on fire while I was reading it. Like I lit a cigarette off. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore, but like I made a whole video of just lighting it on fire. I'm just like, it was awesome. And people freak out like, oh god.
No, I was gonna say, what if I told you I pressed 50 of those Spawn 306s?
I believe it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
See, but you're too nice. I would have taken videos and then be like, yo, you cool with me showing this? And then be like, nah, just be like, check this out.
Nah.
And the customer was no, I'm joking.
Hey, speaking of pressing, can I show what you did for me, Red?
Yeah, man, go for it.
This. What did you think this was? This was probably like a what? Maybe one or two before you cleaned it and pressed it.
I felt like I
It was
seriously-
pretty beat. It was
Yeah.
beat. It had like staining, a lot of foxing, a little chipping going on, but like
I cleaned the hell out of that
3.5.
book, dude.
I was happy as shit with this. Like, this is probably what, an $8,000 to $10,000 book. Like, I'm cool with that. Thank you again,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime,
mean-
man. I like a good challenge, man.
Do you remember when do you remember Dino's copy of the Patsy Walker book that he had at Baltimore when we all met up?
No. I don't
Dude,
remember, but I know he had a bunch of
Yeah.
shit he was trying to like flip.
Yeah, so that ended up not selling throughout the it didn't sell during that Baltimore Comic-Con, and he
Yeah.
ended up sending it to Red Hood over here, and like it's night and day of what the book looks like because it had all this like water mold damage on the back and stuff like that. Like Joe here, he cleaned it like so it looks like like a mate like it's total. It looks like it was a totally different book.
I think I'm at the point now where I'm tired of losing money, but I kicked up nice at Baltimore. What I make like $8,000 at that show, and like Boston, I made like 7,000 cash. But like, I'd rather grade them and get them more money. But like, I'm not hurting for money, but it's like, oh, easy money. You just show up for a day to a Comic Con and go, got the short box, boom, give me money.
Right. I mean, and a lot of times that's more enticing for people anyways to see that there's some meat on the bone because with a graded book, then you're there to either set the market price or get what the fair market value is for it. And then
Yep.
like it gets to a point, I think it gets to a certain price point. I would say like probably anything over $2,000, like your buying pool becomes a lot smaller versus versus someone spending anywhere from 100 to, I don't know, let's say $1,000 on a raw book. People are willing to take more of that gamble to try to approach that $3,000 to $5,000 mark or whatever.
Funny story. It's when I needed money for San Diego, I sold Avengers 1, Daredevil 1, the first appearance of Batgirl and something else. I was walking around, everyone's like, I can't touch this, can't touch this. Some old guy, looked like he didn't have shit. He had like a little sign that he printed up and a bunch of like key books. I'm like, hey, you buying? Dude's like, $7,000, you got more, let me know. And like, I fucked with it, like most people, but he just looked like, he didn't have any money or anything. And he's just like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, and we were just going about the grades. I'm like, that's probably a 3 or 4 Presley. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm buying them. I'm going to sit on them and just flip them later. I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks for the money, dude.
Yeah. I mean, but sometimes those dealers are going to be the ones that you're going to be able to wheel and deal with the most versus like going to the biggest booth at the con, right?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna
because like the biggest booth at the con, the reason why their booth is so big is because they get the lowest price possible and charge the most price.
Yeah, like give you 40 to maybe 60% if you're lucky. Like,
right. And then versus someone that's like a smaller dealer but has been around for a while will give you closer to like what, probably like 70 to 80% of FMV.
Well, the thing is, because I just had, like a store folio with just like the really big keys that I need money for. And he's like, you got any more comics? I'm like, I got a short box in my trunk. Made another $2,000 because, he hooked it up and we were going back and forth, back and forth. He's like, just split it. I'm like, dude, you hooked it up for me. I'll hook it up for you. We're both happy. And, everyone's good,
Yeah.
But I hate when people are like, nope, I got to get $5,000 because, on eBay it's selling for. I'm like, if it didn't sell for that, like I could ask $1 million for like a picture of my face and no one pays me for it. It's not worth it.
Well, I'm about to list my so I got to break cards with Dinesh from Bad Idea and Comic Tom during Dallas Fan Expo. I brought a box of Valiant cards, and then Dinesh signed one of the cards in hot sauce, and then
that's hilarious.
And then Comic Tom licked it or whatever. So my goal is to take that card and put it on eBay and list it for $1 million when I list a bunch of other stuff. I'm not really trying to sell that card for $1 million.
I double dog dare you, bro.
What? Well, I mean, I just want my eBay to get enough attention to buy all that other stuff.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a picture of
Comic Tom
card.
DNA.
Yeah, 1 of 1, right? Signed by Dinesh and Hot Sauce.
Do you have video of him licking it?
I don't.
Is it on your OnlyFans account?
Maybe.
So funny thing, I just got
Same
a DM.
Username.
Someone that's watching this, she was like, I only sleep with 5 pillows, not 9. So that's hilarious to me.
That is cool.
You would, let's see, Chillins Greens and Cornbread would pay $7 for a photo of Nick's face. Oh, you are getting offers.
Hey, you going to New York this year?
Are you asking me or?
Oh, I was asking you guys in general, but Lucas, are you going to New York this year? Because we should definitely meet up. I think you said you were going. Just got my hotel finally for it, so.
And then what? Baltimore is next weekend, isn't it?
I ain't doing Baltimore. That's too
I don't.
far.
Yeah,
I'll never go back to Baltimore.
It's weird because it's before New York Comic Con. It's usually after, right?
Yeah, usually, but yeah, because usually I do San Diego, New York, and then it's Baltimore. But funny story. At San Diego, I didn't get blackout drunk at all. It's amazing being at a con, not being like crazy. No horror stories. Like, all right, maybe the night I flew home, I got a little too drunk, but I was planning on just passing on the plane. But I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? My brother's like, yeah, the flight got canceled. I'm like, I don't remember shit. He's like, well, you did good the whole week. You didn't get super drunk, so proud of you. I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy.
Nice. And it sounds like you didn't lose a cell phone. So
didn't lose a cell phone. I didn't, didn't sleep in front of like a store or get lost or
man, like I was in Vegas and my buddy got trashed and lost his phone in an Uber and not in an Uber, in a cab. And we're sitting down, we're eating at the airport, and he goes, Joe, do you think like if the cabbie's like cleaning his cab that he'll like try and reach out to me somehow and try and get that phone back to me? I go, oh yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They're gonna throw in the trash.
Yeah. He was all trying to find my iPhone, and it's like, bro, you ain't never gonna find that phone again, dude.
Well, that was me at Baltimore when I lost my phone. I was just like, oh shit, I had to buy a new phone. But I was more worried about the pictures on my phone. It's locked anyways, but I was like, oh, I can't get that footage back,
Yeah, that sucks.
That's why you back it up to the cloud.
Yeah, I know. I finally did that. Okay, so what sucks is like this is my 4th version of this. Because it folds out, but it cracks in the screen. But what sucks with all the new phones is they don't take micro SDs. It's like all going the like iPhone route, which sucks, Like I like to. I remember you could swap batteries, you could change SD cards, and now it's like you're stuck and locked in with this. And the next
What
year we're
the
gonna put a better one and screw you.
well,
Here's
so I was like when they
Mhm.
were doing a lot of the smartphone stuff, like when they first introducing it, and it was becoming like more and more compatible with each other.
Yep.
I was really excited about they were talking about doing the block phone where it's
blockchain phones, yeah, where they have a hard cold storage wallet built in them.
not that one, but like so this is like way back in the day. This is like
Give a
think
sharp Macy. Hold on, I'm cold.
like Galaxy S1 time period. So basically like the phone was supposed to be like basically just like a motherboard, right? And then if you wanted to swap if a component like upgraded, then you could just swap out that piece.
Oh shit! I remember you talking about the one that had like the little different attachments and stuff. It was like a pixel or some shit with like the
Yeah.
cameras and this and that.
Yeah, so it's basically just like a raw motherboard, and then like if you want to replace the hard drive, you can. If you want to, a better battery, and then it just never took off. I mean, it kind of makes sense nowadays because like everyone just does like all that tech waste or whatever. But yeah, I thought that would have been like a very innovative product to actually release. Where okay, now I don't have to upgrade my phone every year. I can just upgrade certain components. Like if I want a better camera, I can just upgrade the lenses on the camera. But it's just that technology is never really. I mean, it probably exists. It just never got. No phone carrier wanted to probably like really carry that, right? Because not everyone's spending as much money to buy a phone every year.
See, my thing is like I feel like I shoot stuff all the time. Do you still shoot stuff or no? I've noticed like the quality
really.
on cell phones aren't as like I get an 8K phone that can shoot an 8K, but some about just having a real actual camera, the quality is just sharper, better. It's just like a personal feel to me. Lord of Brooklyn, I don't even pay attention to anime releases anymore. Like I know I'm waiting for a Sign of Affection because I'm a sucker for rom-coms or like romance now. The older I get, but there's nothing really coming out that I'm like jazzed for. There's like literally anime's gotten so good in the past like 3 years. There's like 60 things a season coming out. 30 of them are isekai, and just like I can't keep up with it. It's too much.
Are you still paying attention to like webtoons and all that?
No, I don't do webtoon. I never did. I don't like manga.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too much.
I mean, I just know that's that formula now, right? In the anime scene, that you start out on webtoons, then you get option to being a manga or whatever, and then it goes on to like being an anime, and then to like whatever else.
Yep, it's usually a webtoon or a light novel. Then it gets adapted into a comic version or a manga, and then it gets the anime, and then just a bunch of merchandise, and like people go nuts for it.
Yeah, and it just keeps on generates money.
Yeah, it's a money machine go burr.
Yeah. All right. I think we've been on for about an hour now, or a little over an hour now. And then I think the Hot 10 is gonna start pretty shortly.
I'm gonna try and make it. I got to see if I can. I'll let you guys know in about 15 minutes.
But everyone that's stuck around with us, make sure to hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss all the great content that's dropped on the channel. I don't have everything memorized so tomorrow is Saturday morning toy box, Monday is cover lovers, Tuesday is comic book women, Wednesday is comic news, and then Thursday you're hanging out with Joe and me for long story short. And then you're back here with us on Fridays for Near Nirvana. We want to thank our sponsors, so make sure you're signed up for Cover Price. Use the code Nirvana14 for a 99-cent subscription for 30 days for the unlimited. And make sure you're signed up for the Bird City Comics text line so you don't miss all their exclusive drops. And Anthony B. Bird, I will send that message over to Aunt and Laura so they know to look out for your message or emails. And then Nick, do you have any podcasts coming up? Oh, we got the man of the hour.
Oh, what up, McClay?
What up, Heartless?
It's been forever, sir.
Yeah,
actually,
so I
no.
saw you
at San Diego for 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. I wish you would have fucking been able to hang out, but it sounds like you got a lot accomplished, bro.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff. It was weird being sober.
Yeah, right.
Well, I had drink, it was a little different.
No.
Yeah, I was the opposite, dude. I'm the sober guy that's getting wasted in San Diego.
You got drunk? Oh, I would have paid
Bro,
money to see that. I
dude,
would have paid money to see
I
that.
took mushrooms.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great,
Like,
bro.
when I was looking at Brian's Instagram throughout San Diego, I was like, how many drinks does this guy have? Because every like post I'm seeing is like there's a beer here and a like some sort of mixed drink here. Like I was like,
I'm with Leg the whole time.
I was gonna say, Sean, a bad influence on you, sir?
No, he's a great fucking influence on me, dude.
You just don't say. You don't say no in front of Leg, is what it is.
Some people know how to deal with their vices, right? Some people don't. Some people's vices are worse than for other people. Some people's aren't, right? Drinking has never been a vice of mine, and there are definitely other things that are vices of mine that I know how to stay away from the things that make me think about those vices. But if I'm hanging out, I rarely drink. I only drink in special occasions, and special occasions include like weddings, funerals, seeing a good old friend, hanging out with Leg. Like those are special occasions, So it was a fun time, man. San Diego was great, and I wish we could have hung out more, man. So,
is this the future? Is this the future of Bird City, Ellie? Is that Ellie? I don't know. I'm assuming
we got a new Bird City co-host.
Hey Brian, are you going to New York or?
No, dude. I was gonna go to Baltimore, but it's just too expensive right now, and
it's coming up really shortly too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So, but I think we should all figure out a place to go. All of us right here, sometime soon. I would love to go to Austin for South by Southwest and see Hood and Yee and all the Texas people.
I'd be down.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Something like that. Go figure out a cool trip just to go meet everybody. It doesn't always have to be a con. Cons are great though. I mean, definitely San Diego next year. Everybody should just already buy your tickets for San Diego next year. Buy your hotel. Let's get our Airbnbs. If there's these huge Airbnbs, let's get one. Whatever. I don't care.
Did you see that text message I sent of the Airbnb?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we got to find a bigger one than that, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
What about you? Are you gonna go to San Diego next year?
Who, me? Oh, right.
Hood.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. Maybe.
How can I talk you into it? Let's do it.
Listen, we need to get our passports, just rent a giant villa in Tijuana, and just transfer over every day.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to stay in the Gaslamp district and just have a good time and hang out with friends. And
I may have to go to San Diego and just cross that off of my
let's do it. We'll get you a ticket, dude.
I don't even do comics anymore, and it's just so much fun. And press passes are the shit. Like it's so much fun going behind the scenes and doing stuff.
Yeah, and everybody on here could do that. Figure out a way to do it.
I was honestly just about to end the show and redirect everyone to the Hot 10, but I saw you jump in, so I was kind of like, all right, let's see what the man of the hour says to what we should be
Interesting
doing.
Show tonight on the Hot 10. Some definite almost 10 books that people are going to add to their lists tonight. I guarantee it. People are going to be looking for them on eBay tonight. And then the Hot 10 is the Hot 10. It's what it is every week. It is the original. It's the OG Hot 10 that's been, the OG Hot 10 is the Wizard Hot 10, right? That's the OG Hot 10.
Yeah.
And that's the Wizard kind of started to me like that first speculator boom. And then the second speculator boom was CBSI, and Stein has been doing that Hot 10 forever. And that's the OG, man. So it's
300 plus episodes under his belt now. So and then we can ask this man, Chillins, Green, and Cornbread. Is there going to be a drunken chat tonight? Let us know in the chat.
Hey, Heartless, show Brian the Peanuts one.
Did you see this on my IG, dude? He got me a 3.5 on Peanuts, dude. Like. It looks so much cleaner than this had stains and shit and almost mold on the back. Like
that's what a 10K book now.
About 10K, yeah. Because the 3.0. Oh, dude, I'm selling all my shit. I don't care. And we were just talking about before you got on, dude. How much better does it feel just dumping your shit and buying more stuff and just feeding the beast instead of going, oh, I need this. I'm like, no attachment, just cake up and just enjoy life.
Yeah, I was just saying to him like once I got a couple like certain books that were like high up on my grail list, like once you get them, then it's like kind of like where you don't get as excited anymore to like pick
You're not
up
chasing
like
the high of
the-
like, yeah, you're like, whatever.
yeah, and then like everything else is just like kind of like just like kind of. I mean, I think that's one of the main reasons why I got bigger or like heavier into cards. Was that
Cards
was like
broke
my
me, dude.
yeah, and then I know like cards like you're hurting with cards right now because of like the whole like Wander Franco situation. But I
Broke
can
me.
say this: at least you didn't have all of them in grading at that point in time when that shit happened.
They were
Oh, that
getting
would
ready to go out. They were
Oh.
getting ready to go
Shit.
out.
Oh, like where you had wiped them all down and they were in card savers. Oh my god! So you spent like
Shit.
hours prepping all that because I know you have like a ton. So
So
Yeah.
that's
Mojo.
official, right? Like he's not coming back.
I
MLB
haven't
already
read
ruled that.
anything.
I mean, I haven't
What-
read deeper into it, but I'm pretty sure MLB already ruled that he's on the. You cannot have him on
Inactive.
the. Yeah, he's on the inactive list or whatever.
Hey, you see the Cowboys traded for
Great move. Great
God,
fucking move.
man. If they
That's gonna
could,
make you happy.
yeah, but like they don't have anybody on the Cowboys staff that knows how to like nurture a quarterback. Or, like if he can't quarterback for Kyle Shanahan, like because Shanahan like takes quarterbacks and makes them great. Like if he can't make him great, like
Yeah,
it makes you wonder.
Did y'all see all the
Um,
stickers I added to my base?
I did.
I saw that on your
Dope.
IG. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then like all throughout the body, I was like kind of like I need more stickers on here, like because I only had a handful, and I was like I have a show coming up, so let me add all these comic people's stickers on there.
Hey, I'll send you some Red Hood stickers, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I always keep a bag full of stickers, and I didn't know what to do with them, and then
That's
so,
like me with my hard hats and welding shields. Like I just put stickers. I still got a podcast on one of my welding
Yeah,
shields.
Nice.
I still have spots for real estate, so there's still available spots. So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna jump over you guys. I'll talk to you guys shortly. And Heartless, it's good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
Have a good night,
so everyone that's in the chat right now, we will be redirecting to the House of Stein. Boom, there you go. And
All right, we'll see you
then-
soon.
Yep, so we'll see you over there.
Hey, Brian. I love him. He's one of the sweetest guys. Like everyone just thinks he acts like he's really is. He's awesome. Like I spent the whole like weekend in Baltimore with him.
Oh
So
yeah,
he's fucking awesome. Well, we all hung out, but I'm just saying, like, he's great.
oh yeah. Like so, whatever you imagine hanging out with Brian is like,
He is just like that.
it's
So
just
mellow,
like
chill,
that.
down to earth.
but times almost like 1,000 though too, right?
Yeah,
Like-
but you hogged him up when we were in Baltimore. Y'all were playing cards and all that. Hey, Brian. Yeah, a minute. Me and Aaron are playing cards right now. Like,
Oh, where we're ripping cards and stuff
yeah.
like that. Well, I mean, but you also have to remember that was a time period where no one could get waxed at all, and then
During the
for what-
pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Or
Weird,
right
bro.
after the tail end, yeah.
but then that's some,
you're hogging up Brian McClay and shit, dude. You know?
Quick question. You still do cards or no?
sports cards.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like collectible
Yeah.
cards. I'm
Well, I
wondering, you
mean-
think Lorcana's gonna be worth it or okay.
Yeah, Lorcana.
I'm on the fence. I think it's gonna
so-
get
I,
Okay.
yeah. So I think it's gonna do a lot better than what MetaZoo was trying to do.
I
in my
hated
person-
MetaZoo. MetaZoo
So-
was just a shit product.
So like the gameplay is actually good for Lorcana from what I've heard. I haven't played myself. I don't really dip too much into TCG. Like I used to play Magic a long
I
time
used to play
ago.
Magic all the time too. Yep.
Like the last set I got into for Magic, this is how long ago it was Alliance. So
A lot. I actually got into Magic right before Ice Age, like Fallen Empire, and then I fell off.
yep. See, Ice Age is when I
7 years
started.
ago.
Yeah, so Ice Age was when I started. And I think like what was it, 4th and 5th edition were coming out by that point
Yep.
in time. I don't remember every other set that was right after that, but like that's the time period when I started. And then by the time Alliance and whatever the set was right after that is when I quit.
What kills me is, do you remember you could get dual lands for $15-20, like Power Nines for $10, not $10, like $100.
But yeah, Wait,
one
wait,
point,
wait, wait. What Black Lotuses used to be
yeah,
1,000?
yeah, and I was like, that's crazy. Well, it's like, you know,
Or like
like a
500.
yeah, like an
depending on the.
ASM 300 was like, you know, $100, and I was like, that's a lot of money. But I remember in high school, my buddy, he was selling his collection because he needed money. He had like 2 Moxes, all the dual lands, a shit ton of cards. He's like, yo, I need $900. And I'm like, man, nobody plays that shit anymore. That's a waste of money. Now I'm like, I wish I did that. But you
Right,
live and learn.
right,
But I
right.
kind of just want to like buy a box of Lorcana and just sit on them. Like I love cracking packs just because you know the rush. You're like, yeah, I
Yeah,
got some
yeah.
cool. But I think I just want to like buy a box or two and just sit on it and forget about it because it could be like the Pokemon, you know, TCG type thing where you sit on it and then, but it's got that cross platform of gamers and Disney because Disney people are just crazy. They'll consume anything
Right.
Disney.
Well, I think because that's what drives any TCG, right? That if the gameplay is actually good or people
The
enjoy the
mechanics have
play,
to work and you have to enjoy it.
right? And then there's not cards that just destroy the gameplay of it all, then people will play it no matter what, right? And then that's what those cards have, and then they have that tier ranking, or not tier ranking, but like rarity ranking, right? Where there's like you have your base
Super
cards,
rares,
rares,
hollows,
and then
reverses,
yeah,
parallels.
enchanted cards, whatever, blah blah blah. And so they have all of that packaged into there, but you don't have to have those enchanted cards to play that card, right? So I think that's the difference between versus like what Magic is taking down the route, where there's they're getting into the sequence number cards and all
Magic
that.
got so ridiculous. Wizards just they shit on the game. They reprinted everything they could possibly reprint. They have remember like, you know, oh, you weren't even in it, but like mythics were like a hard thing to get them. Foils were hard. Now they got like 40
See, my
different
brother,
versions.
my brother was big into Magic after I got out,
Yep.
and because of what they're doing now, he's getting out.
Oh, there's no money in it. Like I had like almost a $3,000 foiled out deck for vintage and legacy, and now it's like $400. It's crazy.
All right, and Red Hood's got to go. I got to go too as well. So let's go ahead and see our way out. So thanks for joining us, Nick.
You're welcome.
So make sure you're signed up for his YouTube channel as well if you're interested in anime and everything with that.
Anime, manga mainly. Yep.
Yep. And follow his IG too as well. So I believe it's the same, right? Heartless Weeb.
Yeah, it's all Heartless Weeb.
Yep. Make it simple for everyone, right?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.